Now we look for another one to Berlin or what?
The conductor was leaning out like, hey, does this go to Ryan? And he said, yeah, but it's leaving, so it's not possible to make it. So then he stepped inside, train took off, and now we have to figure out what to do. Alright, so we just left our Air BnB last night on the boat.
My hair's wet, by the way, not greasy. I just took a shower.
And let's see, we got a 25-minute walk that we got to do to the train station with all of our bags. And
our last
yeah.
Airbnb hosts were very, very nice.
Very nice, yeah.
Some of the nicest people.
Yeah. And then, let's see, we've got 2 stops on our train ride to Munster. If you're wondering, is that the place where Munster cheese is from? The answer is no.
I don't know.
It's not. No. The answer is no. I don't remember where the Munster cheese is from. I think it's from France or something. But yeah, we don't really know what there is to do in Munster. It looks like there's a festival going on. So maybe we'll check that out. And maybe not. I don't know. So yeah, we are saying goodbye to Rotterdam.
My head's really cold. My body's really hot. That's all. There wasn't a lot of jelly, so it's mostly just peanut butter. The bread is very soft though. This bread is actually really good. We had another loaf that was gross and stale. This one's pretty good. It's my BnB review.
Alright, so we just made it to the train station in Rotterdam. Very, very nice train station. It's a beautiful architecture and it's just cool, and it's a lot easier to navigate than the one in Brussels. Everything's a lot more organized and well labeled, and we heard that from some people we met the other day on the bus, was that the signage in Belgium was pretty bad, but then everywhere else is pretty good. I think we're starting to notice it a little bit. So our train is 4 hours and 20 minutes, I believe.
Whoa,
yeah.
Is it?
Where have you been?
And I was just spacing out for a long time.
So it's 4 hours and 20 minutes, and we have 2 changes. We have one change in Amsterdam, and then we have one change in Rhine, Germany. And we have 9 minutes to change our train in Amsterdam, and then we have 12 minutes to change our train in Rhine. So hopefully these things are, I'm sure they are, they've got to be just like spot on their schedules. But we'll see. Hopefully we make it on our second train. It'll be our first train transfer. So we'll see how that goes. What else?
I'm just eating my PB&J.
I'm starting to get, my beard situation's getting a little bit out of control right now, except for, I don't know what to do. I forgot to get like a beard trimmer back home, and I can't just shave it off.
The one we had was kind of big.
What?
The one we had back home was kind of big.
But I don't want to just shave it all off, because if I shave it all off, Madison tells me I look like a creep. So I'm not sure what to do.
No, he just looks better with a little bit, with his long hair.
But it's starting to get a little too long. I don't know. Help a brother out. Alright, so we just got off and now we have 9 minutes to find our train to Rhine. Now we have 5 minutes. We still don't know where our train is.
Now we look for another one to Berlin or what?
So I just recorded a bunch of stuff and then I found out it wasn't recording. So I'll give you a brief rundown. So we missed our train and it was kind of my fault. Kind of not. I don't know.
It's not your fault.
It was kind of my fault.
No.
So we got off and we had 7 minutes to do the transfer. We were walking around looking for signs to Rhine, and it was at 1300. So the train was at 1300, and we didn't see one to Rhine, but there was a 1300 to Berlin, and then but also on the signs there's like via on it, so it'll say like Berlin via Munich. It wouldn't ever be Munich, but and then that would mean that train would end in Berlin, but it would make a stop at Munich along the way. So we were looking on there and we didn't see any for Rhine. So like, well, this isn't our train, it's not going to stop there. And then we looked around more and more, didn't see anything. So then we ran up at the last minute to the train to Berlin, and the conductor was leaning out, like, hey, does this go to Rhine? And he said, yeah, but it's leaving, so it's not possible to make it. So then he stepped inside, train took off, and now we have to figure out what to do. So we talked to an information guy, and he said, go to the international desk and see what they can do. And we just brought it there, talked to the lady, and she gave us a number. And it kind of sounds like that train doesn't run very much. And so we'll see what happens. I don't know. We might have to buy a new ticket. Hopefully we don't have to stay a night in Amsterdam, but no matter what, it kind of sucks. So we will keep you posted on what is going on. I'm not putting any 2 cents. I wouldn't say this is funny, but it's kind of coincidental. I was just listening to a podcast on the way here, this travel podcast, and they were talking about their 8 mishaps from their trip to Croatia, and they just spent 15 minutes talking about how they almost missed their flights every time on that trip. They had like 6 connecting flights, and they almost missed every single one. And then we hop off the train, and then we proceed to miss our train. Man, this just sucks.
I don't know. It's just stressful. It'll be okay then. One for the books.
Alright, so we just got it figured out. We'll give you guys an update. Number 1, Amsterdam Central is my new favorite train station in the world, because I don't know if they felt bad for us or if that's the standard operating procedure, but
nice.
Yeah, she gave us a new ticket. It leaves in an hour and a half, and we didn't have to pay for anything. That worked out. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. Right. So we've now got an hour and a half to kill. So we're sitting up at our platform right now because we don't want to miss it, but also because there's no seating down below. I got my little coffee. All the coffees here are like espresso. There's no drip coffee or pour over or anything. Everything is like, this is a small coffee, and I watched them and you just poured espresso into the whole cup, which is different. I wouldn't say bad, but different.
Chocolate. Huh?
On the train, our 9-minute transfer turned into a 120-minute transfer. What we made. Alright, so we just got off in Rhine, Germany, and then we have 13 minutes to catch our next train to Munster. So hopefully we learned our lesson. Oh, it's right there.
It's right here.
Should be right here. Munster. First get some food. We're both starving. We're both living on like one PB&J and then just a piece of bread, peanut butter. So we need some food and then find our hostel. I'm staying in a hostel tonight. I don't know if I said that already, but I think it's pretty close. Probably like a 5-minute walk from the train station right now. So there she goes. All right, so we just ate. Way too hungry to give a food review, but we took a couple videos of it.
I feel great now.
Very good.
It was like this square bread that they cut in half.
It's called tuna.
And then they stuffed it with meat, and you could pick a sauce. So they put the sauce in, and then they stuffed it with meat. I think it was like chicken or beef.
Yeah.
And it was one of those like meats that they turn on a thing and then they scrape it off. And
it was packed. We walked by it and we're like, man, we know that place is gonna be good because there's so many people waiting in line. But
and then they
like, ah, should we wait because we're so hungry? But we did, and it was well worth it.
And it was different because then they also put cooked vegetables on as well as fresh vegetables.
Yeah.
So it was different. It was good.
Real good. So now we are well nourished and ready to go
Much
sleep.
better.
Pretty much. So we will catch you back at the hostel. That's it for this episode. It was a long day. We are in Munster now.
Your feet are so smelly.
My feet stink. And yeah, we're in a hostel. Got a private room in a hostel. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's actually really nice.
Yeah. We weren't sure what to expect coming into this hostel. And I guess we've only been here
reviews.
for 20 minutes. But yeah, seems pretty nice.
Yeah. All we did when we got here so far, it's already like nighttime and we're so tired. Yeah. So all we did was get food. We didn't look at anything in the city, so we don't know what to expect.
That food was good though. We are going to be back for sure. We're going to be getting that again.
It was really good.
Yeah. And
but it might have just been because we were so hungry.
That could be too.
But thinking about it, it seems like it was delicious.
It was good. And there's a long line. You know, long line will tell you that it's good food. But yeah, what do we have to tell the people?
I don't know. We're excited to explore Germany. We'll be here for a little bit.
I think we figured out the trains. So that's a tip. If you're ever riding trains in Europe, you want to look for... You want to know what your final destination is what you want. Because if we would have known our final
destination, the train's final destination.
Yeah, what's the last stop on the train? Because if we would have known the last stop on our train was Berlin, it would have been no problem. You know, 7 minutes or 9 minutes to make a transfer would have been no problem at all. But
you can also, I think, it seems like you can look at the times. So whatever time, because it's not like on the dot, it'll be like 13:02 or 13:52 or 1300. Yeah. So if you look at the times, and then if you go up and you can kind of see like where it's going from there.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Because like I was saying before, there's a via list, so it'll be like Berlin, and then for us it was via Rhine. But since Berlin, from Amsterdam to Berlin is such a long ride, there's a bunch of vias, there's a lot of stops along the way. So when we were down in the main corridor, there was only like 4 vias listed, and like, well, that's not us, you know, because Rhine wasn't on there. But then when we walked up the stairs to the platform, there's a huge list of vias. They was just scrolling down, and Rhine was on there. So
yeah,
now we know, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't know one, now you know, you know.
We won't make that mistake again. Luckily, the lady, she did not seem like she was going to give us slack when we walked up.
She looked like she was going to be a hard hitter.
Yeah, but then she just gave us our next tickets.
She didn't even say anything.
It was weird because
luckily the times worked, I guess.
Yeah.
But she was just, all right, here's your ticket. You're leaving at 1300.
But it was weird because the first lady that we talked to, you had to like talk to this lady, then she gave you a ticket, and then you had to wait to see your ticket up on the screen. And the first lady we talked to, she was like, you're gonna have to buy a new train ticket. And she was like, it sounded like it wasn't hopeful. But then we went up to this lady and she just gave us our new tickets and didn't charge us or anything. So
I mean, it makes sense. It's like you paid for the train in the first place and you didn't get on it, so you're not using what you paid for, I guess. I don't know, so they'll just give you a new one. I don't know, but it could have went either way. We did make sure to tell her that this was our first transfer we've ever done, so maybe that helped.
And we looked really distressed.
I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, we're here. We're here for 3 nights.
We're going to look up stuff to do tonight.
I don't know if there's a ton to do, but this old city looks just cool in general. So, Make sure you like the video and subscribe. It really helps us out if you subscribe. And what else? That's it?
That's it.
That's it. All
See
right.
ya in Germany.
We
Well,
are
we're
in
in Germany. We'll see you later in Münster.
We'll see you in Munster. Madison wants to talk to you.
I don't want to look. The duvet covers. Which is a pain in the butt because wow. That worked really nice. Wow. And you've got your duvet cover on. Wow, that was actually way easier than I thought it was going to be. Also, these pillowcases are massive. Like, this is the pillowcase, and the pillow is this little slip. It's like half of the size of the normal pillow, but the pillowcase is like twice the size of a normal pillowcase.